This week on the Cynical Optimists podcast, we celebrate our 50th episode with special guests taking part in the marvellous quiz.
Hello and welcome to the Cynical Optimists, and it's the 50th episode!
Hey!
Woo! It's also going to be a Marvel quiz, a marvellous quiz, as it were, because the very first episode of Cynical Optimists was the marvellous pilot. So, closure.
It's the end, the end of the first arc of the show.
The end game, as it were.
The Infinity Saga, this was. Joining me today is Philip, the regular co-host of the show, and we've also got Bradley.
Woo.
And we've got Millie.
Hello.
And welcome all of you to Nick's marvellous MCU quiz. In the beginning, there were 6 rounds. Power, space, reality, soul, time and mind. Did you see what I did there?
No. I've never actually seen a Marvel movie. Is that going to cause an issue?
So which Batman, when does he come in?
Questions in each of these rounds will relate to these titles, but some of these rounds may not be as easy to beat as you think. Whoever collects the most points in this quiz will hold the power to snap their rivals out of existence. Everyone looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Serious stakes here.
So, just before we begin, Brad, talk to us about Marvel. Why do you like Marvel? Do you like Marvel?
I mean, I'm always more of a DC person, but I think is no one's arguing that the films are better, and I've really enjoyed the entire universe. But that's about all I know, is the films. Yeah, that's me.
Philip?
I saw Doctor Strange on an airplane and it had no audio, but I think I'm good. I've not seen any of the films. No, I'm kidding. I've seen pretty much all the films, I think. I think the only real gap is the very first Fall movie, so that might screw me over.
Have you not seen that one?
No, because I just heard it was just meh.
I've watched it once and that was it. Millie?
I've always been a fan of attractive people wearing latex, so of course I've seen most of the films. I say that. I've seen all the ones that everyone's seen. So I've seen the Guardians of the Galaxy, I've seen Avengers, but like I have seen Winter Soldier with you. Like the first Avenger and the slightly lesser, they're going to slide under my radar.
First Avenger is a good film though. I will defend it, although it's very different to all the others.
I'm attempting a rewatch at the moment, so I watched the first Iron Man the other day, and that's as far as I get.
Attempting, you just get 20 minutes and go, oh no.
They're all on different services as well. I will probably get that big Blu-ray when they release it, but at the moment it's like, Now TV, Netflix, Amazon.
When you said attempting a rewatch, I just imagine you in front of like the DVD player, like, disc goes there. It's been so long since I've used physical media.
Okay.
Dream.
Let's begin with the power round. You'll each be asked 3 questions, and they're all worth 1 point each. So let's start with Bradley, as you're right in front of me. In Iron Man, what is the name of the missile that the terrorist group instruct Tony Stark to create?
You ever get that feeling you're way out of your depth?
I was going to say, I wish I also tried that rewatch.
They're not all as
What is the name of the missile?
The missile.
In
Iron Man, the first Iron Man.
Oh, when he's in the...
What is the name of the missile the terrorist group instruct Tony Stark to make?
Oh, I have no idea. I couldn't even...
Pick a really macho war word.
Kitten.
Correct. No.
I have no idea.
I
wish
pass?
I could even... Yeah,
I'm not going to pass the point, but does anyone else want to have a guess?
Dominator.
No.
I want to say it's like a name from like Mythos. I don't know.
I don't think you're far off. There's the Jericho missile.
The Jericho, yeah.
Yeah, that rings a bell now.
Yeah.
So Phil, question 2. What is the name of the terrorist group that kidnaps Tony to begin with?
Oh, this is where I say something. It's going to be very controversial, isn't it? Is it Al Qaeda?
Do you want that left in?
I mean, At the time, given the context, that's not a bad guess.
Okay. Incorrect. Anyone else want to hazard a guess before I reveal?
I'm guessing it's a fake terrorist group.
It is.
Yeah, they've got a huge demographic of terrorist groups. They didn't want to piss
They made a
anyone off.
blockbuster film and they just put ISIS in it.
That's what I got. Yes.
Millie?
I have no idea.
That is the 10 Rings.
The 10... here's what's really bad. Of all the Marvel films, this is the one I've seen most recently.
It was only mentioned a couple of times. So, Millie, in which area of New York does Steve Rogers originate?
It's... I want to say Brooklyn, because Spider-Man's from Queens.
Correct.
Hey!
Hey.
I feel like that was a slightly easier question.
No, it's... Shut up, 10 Rings!
I'm so out of my depth.
Brad.
Yes.
What is the name of Hugo Weaving's disturbing villain character in Captain America: The First Avenger?
Red Skull.
Correct. See, they're not
Okay,
the
I'm
worst.
doing alright.
Pretty sure it's V.
Phil, during the Battle of New York in Avengers Assemble, Hawkeye and Black Widow discuss their last adventure in where?
And that's the thing, it's on the edge of my mind, because I did see it written somewhere recently. It's going to sound dumb because it's not going to be right, but Morocco?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately. Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
Turkmenistan.
No, it's Budapest.
Budapest. And I was thinking Eastern
In
Europe.
Avengers Assemble,
I was
you and I
thinking
remember Budapest very differently.
area.
I thought you were going to... I genuinely thought the question was going to be, Hawkeye and Black Widow are present. Why?
What are they doing?
This is an open question. You get 2,000 words.
Millie, what is the full name of Hank Pym's daughter, otherwise known as the Wasp?
What an excellent question. I, of course, know her name is Delilah Montagueson Pym.
Yes, correct. No, it's not.
I was really impressed for a moment then.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
And the thing is, I do like Ant-Man, so I've seen that film a few times.
Strawberry Pims. No.
Good answer.
There's so many side characters now, aren't there? It's just... No.
Almost an entire universe of them.
Yeah, it's just...
The answer is Hope Van Dyne.
Hope.
Oh, that's only slightly less stupid than what I came up with.
I could have probably got Hope, but not the rest.
Because Janet Van Dyne, the name, carries on to the Wasp.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
have
what
seen that.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's what I was thinking.
This quiz will contain spoilers for every single film except Avengers Endgame. I just want to point that out in case anyone's listening in fear. Brad.
Yeah.
What is the first line in Iron Man and therefore in the entire MCU?
You're testing my 10-year knowledge here. How does it start?
I feel like
Is this
might be
easy?
one of the hardest rounds, I imagine.
Oh, good, okay. How's it start? Let's talk this out. Right.
I think I remember how it starts.
Yeah,
What
me
is the
too.
first scene?
Would you like a clue?
Oh, wait, no, is that when he's at a show? Is he doing a performance or something?
No, that's what I meant to.
Okay.
Would you like a clue?
Yes, please.
There's an AC/DC song that starts.
Well, Nick, you know my extensive knowledge of music. It's just as good as my knowledge of... No, I don't know. No.
No?
No.
Okay, anyone else?
Oh, I thought you threw me off with that. I thought it was going to be the soldier next to Tony Stark going, "Can I get a picture?"
I mean, it's not far off. It's a couple of lines before
is
that.
it in there? Is it something because they're deciding what truck he's going to go in?
No, it's before.
Is
that.
Is it
it
Tony
does-
Stark going, "I love AC/DC"?
Correct. No. That first line is everyone given up on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, I feel like you're driving me to a court-martial. Because all the soldiers around him are not talking to him, and he's in silence, and he's
That's a very...
Yeah, that's a niche one, right?
Yeah.
We're doing amazing, guys.
I really hope some answers are correct. Phil, what is the meteorite that crashes into Wakanda millions of years ago made from?
Oh,
Oh, come on.
I know this. It's not adamantium, because
No.
that's what Wolverine's made of.
And I get it confused with Game of Thrones at the moment with Valerian. I'm thinking Valerian steel. That's Game of Thrones, isn't it? Right. It's the other one.
Oh, this is annoying, because that one is something I do know, but...
I'm doing that. Oh, pick me, sir.
Come on, Phil.
It's a really...
Vibranium.
Correct. Well done.
I got there in the end.
I was so hoping you go unobtainium.
So, Millie, the last question for that round. How long does it take for Spider-Man's web fluid to dissolve?
Oh my goodness.
Well, how don't you know this one?
Now what?
Would you like the scene where it is mentioned?
I want. Hang on. We're going Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm assuming.
Correct, yeah.
I'm gonna say 45 minutes. I'm gonna say.
Unfortunately, it isn't, no. Anyone else?
2 hours?
2 hours, correct. I mean, I can't give you the point, but well done, Phil.
Is that the scene where he's got...
Donald Glover. Yeah.
Donald
that
Glover
car, yeah.
stuck to
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 hours! Okay. Next up is the space round, and because the stakes are a little higher in space, these questions are worth 2 points each. Bradley.
Yes.
Which Infinity Stone does Ronan the Accuser discover before refusing to give it to Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy?
So I've got a 1 in 6 chance here. Soul? Mind? Time?
Power, isn't it?
It is the Power Stone,
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking.
Phil. Which planet keeps hold of the Power Stone at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Xandar?
Correct. Millie. Which character, who also appears in Guardians of the Galaxy, appears in the post-credit scene of Thor: The Dark World?
Oh, I haven't seen Thor: The Dark World. Oh, Howard the Duck. Is it Howard the Duck? No, he's in the
But
end
you're
credits
very
of.
close.
Oh,
The Collector.
It is the Collector.
no, because Howard the Duck was in the end of. Oh no.
Guardians, yeah.
Bradley.
I'm raging.
Uh-huh.
Thor brings an Asgardian liqueur to a party in Avengers: Age of Ultron. But for how long was this liqueur aged for?
I wish you could all see the despair on his face.
1,000 years?
Correct.
Is that right?
Very good. I'm impressed.
I am.
I'm playing dumb.
Phil, what is the name of the alien species that invades New York under Loki's command in Avengers Assemble?
The Chitauri.
Correct.
I'm so impressed.
Millie, in Thor, we discover that Loki is not actually an Asgardian. So what species is he?
I haven't seen it, but he's an ice giant, isn't he?
Do we give that?
do you want the proper name?
No, that... Do we give that?
I
It's
would've
Frost
said-
Giant.
I would
I
give
would have said
yeah.
Iceman, so
Okay.
yeah.
Iceman.
Iceman. I might not have given you Iceman.
Isn't that one of the X-Men?
Okay. Brad, back to you.
Good.
Which eye is Thor's father, Odin, missing? And this is like from his perspective.
Okay. I'm Odin.
Really?
My eye patch? It's on his right eye?
It is his right eye, correct.
50-50.
Phil, what I can't read this word. Anthropomorphic character appears in the end credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Rage!
I wonder. Let me have a mull over that.
It was start of his own amazing movie. Technically, the first ever Marvel movie.
I wouldn't count it as MCU, but
it's not MCU, but it was the first Marvel movie.
Howard the Duck,
Correct.
possibly? I don't know how I knew that.
I'm so angry.
That's okay, another Guardians question coming up, Millie. Who leads the Ravagers in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yondu.
Correct.
Oh. I was so ready to have a rage up. So we've got a 50-50 answer question, and I get this. But...
just realised I haven't been putting 2 points on those questions. I've been putting 1.
It's all skewed.
Did everyone get 1 point each from that first round? I think they did, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Now for the next round, and if you get an answer wrong during this set of questions, then all other players gain a point.
Oh,
because the reality round can be disappointing.
Hey,
Sorry,
lovely.
that's all right.
Lovely.
Brad.
Yeah.
The usage rights to which 2 characters were swapped by Disney and 20th Century Fox for the movies Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Deadpool?
I haven't even worked on
Wait, so-
being asked this yet.
Could you go again? So
The usage rights to which 2 characters were swapped around by Disney and 20th Century Fox for the respective movies Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Deadpool.
Is that tough? Is that a tough question?
I think it's a really tough one.
I've just rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So it's a character in that.
So it's a character that was predominantly more space and X-Men and Fantastic Four kind of orientated.
I wonder if it's... what was the other film?
Deadpool. Character also appears in Deadpool 2.
Oh god.
I'm going to have to push you.
It's not Nebula? No.
No, unfortunately not. Anyone else want to hazard a guess at this one?
Do you have any
I
guess?
have no idea.
Is one of them Adam?
No.
I-
That's a good guess
I
then.
was going to... Yeah.
So the 2 characters are Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Ego the Living Planet.
Okay, right. I don't feel so bad about this.
That was a tough one.
Okay. It's like interesting to think of them doing, isn't it? It's like trading cards at school.
So they
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Like Disney and Fox are like, God, need. I'll swap. This one's
Need badly,
shiny.
need badly.
Shiny, look.
Okay, Phil. Who plays the character Eric Selvig in the first 2 Thor movies and the first 2 Avengers movies?
Stefan Skarsgård? Or is that...
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan
I will give you
Skarsgård. Sorry, that's my pronunciation.
Yeah,
Me butchering pronunciation.
As someone that used to live in Sweden, I'm highly offended. I will not be attempting to say it, however.
Millie. The rights to which superhero were shared by 20th Century Fox and Disney for the movies Avengers Age of Ultron and X-Men Days of Future Past?
Millie's doing the face from that meme with all the equations going past her at the moment.
So it was a character that was in Days of Future Past,
Yeah.
which I have not seen, and
Age of Ultron. Avengers.
Age of Ultron, which I have seen.
You can think logically about the character.
I'm just
who was
thinking.
in Age of Ultron, if you really
Put
want
your hand
to.
down, Phil. I know I did it for your question. Could I get a clue as to which one Days of Future Past was? Is that the one where
I'll give you a
McAvoy gets shot? Or...
I'll give you a different clue. Think of a superhero in Age of Ultron that...
Oh, Quicksilver! Quicksilver!
Yes.
Oh, how can I forget?
That they wanted to kill real quick, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
How quickly we forget.
Bradley.
Yes.
Name one of the 2 famous actors who make cameos in Thor Ragnarok as Odin and Loki in a theatrical rendition of the events of Thor the Dark.
this
I was
So
about to tell you
good.
it's someone famous.
It's someone really famous. You're looking at me as if I'm going to help you.
I only know one of them. That's
I remember watching it and being like, it's
I can
you.
remember one of them.
And I keep wanting to say Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston. That's not right, is it?
Those are more than cameos.
Yeah, a rare cameo from Robert Downey Jr. in the Iron Man movies.
No, I hate myself so much. No, what is
Give
it?
it a miss?
Yeah.
That means, unfortunately, all other players get a point.
Urgh.
Would
I know
anyone like to guess?
one of them's Matt Damon.
Yeah, I know Matt Damon.
And I want to say the other one is a different Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth.
One of the other Hemsworth plays Thor.
Oh, that's
The
what I
actual
was
rendition.
thinking of, yeah.
The character of Odin is played by Sam Neill of Jurassic Park fame.
Ah.
Where are we at? Phil? Phil, is it you?
I think so.
How many actors have portrayed Bruce Banner in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
2.
Correct.
Because there was that other Hulk film that's not MCU.
Not MCU.
But I have heard, apparently, I try not to think about the original Hulk film too much, but apparently you can take that one, and if you want, you can watch it, and then it can lead on to Incredible Hulk, like in terms of the story-wise.
Interesting.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Because the Ang Lee Hulk is more of an origin, whereas the Incredible Hulk, he kind of...
You see the origin in a flashback, don't you?
Yeah, so it can be...
I find it difficult to watch things and make conclusions when I've got pens sticking out my eyes. So, it's such a bad movie.
You know, like the weird mutant dog fight scene?
Well,
the best fight scene in the MCU.
He actually has there's page turn transitions in that film as well. Yeah. Let's not think about that.
Millie, what is the name of the first song we ever hear from Peter Quill's awesome mix in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, Come and Get Your Love.
Incorrect.
What?
Before that dance scene, there is a scene in a hospital.
Oh, he's hearing it in the hospital. It's not.
Anyone else?
Ah, that's really annoying.
That was a clever question. No. I'm not going to know
I
the
knew you'd fall for that.
So annoyed because I have the soundtrack on my iPhone.
I knew you'd say Come and Get Your Love. I knew it.
Is it I'm Not in Love?
It is I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Bradley. Name the director of Thor Ragnarok, who also voices the character of Korg.
Taika Waititi. I'm not from New Zealand. Taika Waititi?
No, I'm going to let you stay in pain for this. Correct.
He's also one of the heads on the three-headed gladiator.
Is it Taika Waititi's head?
Taika Waititi. He's one of the heads of the gladiator. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very interesting. There you go. I can't give you a bonus point for that.
Aww.
Phil. Paul Bettany plays which character in Avengers Assemble?
Paul Bettany, yeah? I'm trying to remember who that is. Jarvis?
Correct. I was hoping to trip you up on
Ultron, weren't you? Yeah.
I was, because apparently that was when he was actually sort of live action, that was the first time he ever saw a Marvel. He never went to any of the others to see himself. Yeah, he never bothered going to Iron Man to see himself as Jarvis. He didn't care. But as soon as he was live action, I'll go see this one.
Millie. The actors who portray Iron Man and Doctor Strange have also portrayed which?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct.
Oh my goodness! Why can't we do a Sherlock Holmes quiz? I would rock that.
Okay. Round 4. The Soul round is unique amongst the other rounds. If you win a point in this round, you must take another player's point off. A soul for a soul. See what I did there?
I love it.
Brad. Mm-hmm. What is the full name of Thor's love interest in the first 2 Thor movies?
He's Jane.
Full name.
Oh, come on. My first thought was Jane Austen, that's all right. Jane.
You got the syllables.
Jane. I'm going to do my... What does he say in that last one? She was my flame. No, Jane.
So she's getting into like Hemsworth.
She's doing my Spider-Man dance in the mirror.
Jane.
Jane. No.
Sorry, Brad, I can't give you that.
Damn it.
I think Jane is too easy to
Yeah.
give the point to.
Can you... What is it?
Jane Foster.
Oh.
Phil. Peter Quill's mother is eventually revealed to be killed by which character?
Ego the Living Planet.
Correct. And whose point would you like to take off?
I mean, there's no competition from me. You've got nothing to worry about.
Exactly. Kick a man when he's down.
Can we get into minus points? Because that might be something to strive for. No, I'll take one from Millie, obviously.
This is bull.
Requires a great sacrifice.
Ugh.
Millie. What is the name of Gamora's adoptive father?
Oh, it's not. Oh my god, he's literally come up in this quiz not like 10 minutes ago. I swear to God, you asked a question about him. Gamora's adoptive father is. The name has just left my head. I don't remember. I'm so angry.
I think I know this one.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Would you guys?
Is it Thanos?
Thanos.
It is Thanos.
Oh, Thanos.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what?
I was like,
Oh, I thought it was second adoptive, like
Right,
passed on from Thanos.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I got way too complicated with
Back
that.
to Brad. What relation is the Collector to the Grand Master?
They're two characters I don't know.
So that's the Collector from...
That's the Guardians who's...
Yeah.
Right?
And the Grand Master is from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, of course. Are they... Okay. Are they brothers?
They are brothers.
Sweet.
Really?
Oh, that's
Right.
I
interesting.
didn't know that.
They've got a similar sort of look going on,
Yeah.
haven't they? Yeah.
A soul for a soul.
Oh, just because you didn't get Thanos.
Ooh!
Right, that's it.
There's a coalition for me.
What did you say? Kick a man when he's down?
My own hubris.
Okay, who are we back to? Phil. What is the name of the collective group of the children of Thanos, including Ebony Maw, Cull Obsidian, Proxima Midnight, and Corvus Glaive? This is from the movie Infinity War.
The collective name,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not Children of Thanos.
Really bad.
This is more a sort of comic books question.
I didn't know he had other kids.
Yeah, it's like his gang, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a gang of kids.
It's some religious comparison, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like the Apostles or something.
I know where you're going, but unfortunately that's not correct. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this one?
I reckon they've got something like they've got a fandom name going on, so like Thanos heads or something. Proper Thanosians.
It's not the Thanosians.
Thanos' base.
Thanosians, assemble!
That is the Black Order.
Oh, so close.
Millie, what is Peter Parker's middle name?
So Phil and I watched Into the Spider-Verse last night, so all my brains are going B Parker. I don't know. Peter Benjamin Parker.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah, it's his uncle's name, isn't it?
Ah.
Okay, soul for a soul.
So,
Can I forgo points and just take points for both? No. It's going to have to be Phil.
It's a point off.
although
Phil.
I'll say that when you asked that question, you were at least thinking along the right lines. I was thinking Peter Parker picked a pack of people. And I was like, those aren't middle names.
Oh, thank goodness we watched that movie last night, otherwise I would have had no clue.
Brad,
Yeah.
back to you. What is the name of Captain Marvel's cat?
Goose.
Correct.
It's
I
gonna
was
be the
hoping that
name.
question wouldn't land on you because we watched Captain Marvel together. Right, soul for a soul.
Oh, Phil. Sorry.
Another one off Phil.
This was all going so well until it wasn't.
Phil, what did Pepper's gift to Tony in Iron Man have engraved on it?
Proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
Correct. Soul for a soul.
Brad, because I did Millie last time. We're all going to end up on the same amount of points we went into this round with.
Millie, the final question of the rather evil soul round. What is the name of Clint Barton's wife?
Oh, God. To be fair, I didn't listen to most of those scenes because Captain America was tearing apart tree trunks.
That's very true, yeah.
So,
That's understandable.
I'm going to say Lorraine.
Oh, very close. It's Laura.
Really?
Yeah.
I just pulled the name out of the hat.
It's very, very close. Okay. Next up is the time round, and this one is a buzzer round. So, you've all been assigned some buzzers prior to the quiz. Obviously, the quickest to buzz in gets the answer. So this one, we're not taking turns on asking each of you questions. Let's hear some of those samples. Brad, you got yours at the ready?
Yes.
Lovely, thank you. Phil? Amazing. And Millie? Fantastic, thank you very much. Okay, so let's crack straight on. Everyone got your buzzers at the ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is the last Infinity Stone retrieved by Thanos in Avengers Infinity War? I think I heard Millie first.
It's Soul, isn't it?
Incorrect.
It's time. No, shit.
Incorrect. Right.
Mind?
It is the Mind
Is it?
Stone. Well done, Brad.
I didn't even know if that was one, to be honest.
That is the one in Vision's head.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Soul.
Of course.
For some
Soul.
reason I forgot that after he gets the time stone he does the little reverse time thing.
Question number 2. Who first gifts Steve Rogers with a vibranium shield? I had Phil first.
So is it the person that actually literally hands it to him?
The person who, let's say, creates it.
Howard Stark?
Correct.
Because I remember the scene obviously with Peggy Carter like doing the test for him.
Right, yeah.
But I was like, she didn't make
I
it.
possibly would have given you Peggy Carter as well. Question number 3. What is Black Widow's real name? That's Millie.
Natasha Romanoff?
Correct.
It's like an answer in slow motion.
I'm going to say Romanansky. Romanoff.
Okay, question number 4. How does the Hydra spy Kruger die in Captain America: The First Avenger?
Falls into a meat grinder. I don't know.
Incorrect. Brad, I heard yours next.
Is he the one? Oh, I should have
Incorrect.
Wait. Is he? I don't. Is he the computer one? So it kind of blows up, doesn't it?
No.
Okay.
Is that the played by Jason Watkins? Is that him? Am I thinking of the right
It
actor?
was played by Richard Armitage
Oh,
in The First Avenger.
I didn't even know he was in it.
Does he?
I didn't know Richard.
Anyone else before I move on?
Does he fall into some fire?
No.
Oh, when in doubt.
He bites out on a cyanide capsule.
Oh, of course he
That's
does.
Richard Armitage,
Ah.
Question number 5. What does Steve Rogers throw himself onto in Captain America: The First Avenger, proving he is worthy of the Super Soldier Serum? I heard Iron Groot.
A fake grenade or an actual grenade.
It is a fake grenade. Another point there for Millie. What is the first song to feature in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Oh.
Just watch it. It's Queen, and it's.
I
Is it
don't
not Queen?
think so.
Is it not?
No. Yep.
Is it The Sailor and the Sea? That song.
Yeah.
Brandy! It's Brandy, You're a Fine, Fine Girl.
Who do I give that one to?
I mean, I knew the song clearly. There's no other songs in that film about sailors in the sea.
I am going to give that one to Phil, unfortunately.
Oh, it's in the car, isn't it? When
Yeah.
Right, I'm thinking just after that when they're having the fight. Because when they were fighting the big
Oh, Mr. Blue
monsters,
Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky, yeah. That's
is that not even
Electric
correct? Right, okay, I got that
Bible.
wrong.
It's another like British like
Just
early
ignore
prog
it,
bands.
right, okay.
Question number 7. What film does Spider-Man make reference to when constructing his plan to take down Giant Man in Captain America: Civil War? That was the arc reactor of Phil.
Empire Strikes Back.
Correct.
That's a really old movie.
A really old movie? Okay. Question 8. Complete the Drax line from Avengers: Infinity War. I'll do you one better.
Why is Gamora?
Correct. Question 9. Who is the all-seeing guardian of the Bifrost Bridge in the Thor movie? That was an
Heimdall.
Heimdall is correct. And that is it for the time round. Thank you very much for using your buzzers. You can now all shut your phones off, get off the internet.
Earlier on, before we started recording, we were reminded not to cheat. And I don't know about you guys, I genuinely forget sometimes that I've got the entire internet in my pocket. It didn't even occur to me.
Also, I'm wondering how we would have gotten away with it. Like, we're not exactly hidden from each other's view. It would have been, Phil, what's your answer? Oh, a minute. Like, tapping away.
Messaging my mum.
Okay, and that leaves you all with one last set of questions to beat. Pardon me, the mind round. But all of the Avengers are now out to stop you, so if you get an answer wrong, you lose half of all of your points. But questions in this round are worth 5 points. You can pass if you're unsure.
Okay. How many points are we all on?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh no.
Oh, the tension's killing me.
But let's just say it's worth some of you taking the risk.
Oh, some lovely side-eye there.
That's some great side-eye.
Okay. Question number 1 is for Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Name the actor who plays Eitri the Dwarf King in Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh. Is it Peter Dinklage? It's not, is it?
Correct.
Don't give me that look. Oh.
Question number 2 is for Phil. What is the first substance Steve Rogers is injected with during his transformation scene in Captain America: The First Avenger?
You said substance.
I may lose half my points, but you.
No, I'm going to pass that one. I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. Anyone else? Or Phil, what would you have said?
And then it would have been wrong. I don't really even know.
Just
to
some
be
vitamin
honest.
B,
Okay.
really to.
The first
Super
substance
soldier serum.
is penicillin, to which
Oh.
Steve Rogers says that wasn't so bad, and then they tell him that was just penicillin. Okay, question 3 for Millie. Who is Agent 13 also known as? This is from Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Civil War.
See, sure, I want to say Bucky, but I'm terrified it's a trick question, and it's one of the other ones, and you'll take half my points away. But I'm going to say Bucky.
I'm so sorry, Millie.
Ah!
Is it?
Sharon Carter.
That is Sharon Carter. I'm
So angry.
sorry.
So angry.
Right,
It's
question
2 obvious.
number 4. We're back to Brad for this one. What is the name of the care home where Loki leaves Odin in Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah, no idea.
Do you want to risk it?
I'm imagining it's something kind of like funny and whimsical, but I don't know.
Skip?
Yeah.
What would you have said? No.
It's probably a pun on Asgard or something. I feel like, no, it's
Anyone else know this
I'll
one?
say like Elysian Fields.
It
or
is Shady Acres.
Shady Acres.
Phil.
That doesn't sound like a great retirement home, going to be honest. Just the word shady.
So,
Shady.
how many eventualities does Doctor Strange view whilst on Titan?
Oh,
I will
God.
give you to the nearest 100.
Thanks. It's not worth risking half my points for. I know it starts with 2 billion, but I'm going to pass.
You'll be glad you did pass. It doesn't start with 2 billion.
I'm pretty sure it's 100 million something.
No. Anyone else?
One.
It is 14,605,000.
I thought you were going to really lowball it there. It's like, actually, he only viewed 6 possibilities.
He really could be bothered that day.
He'd had enough.
Millie. Nick Fury cannot eat his toast if it is cut how? This is from Captain Marvel.
At this point, I've lost half my points, so I feel like risking it for a chocolate biscuit is really my only way forward. I'm going to say into little Mickey Mouse head. No, triangles.
Diagonally, so...
Yeah.
But, fun fact, apparently in one of the earlier films you do actually see him eat toast in triangles.
Yeah, it's interesting. He
Yeah.
might be a Skrull in Age of... Apparently there's a scene where he eats toast in Age of Ultron. So. There you go.
Hey, did you see that amazing scene in Infinity War where he ate? So, guys, at the end of Endgame, he eats some toast.
Spoiler.
The most
That's-
riveting bit of the whole film.
That's the real end of credit
Okay.
scene we all want.
So, back to Brad for question 7. This is your last chance for 5 points. Why did Korg's first revolution fail?
Didn't have enough flyers?
He didn't print enough pamphlets. Correct.
Oh my god, that was such a good character.
Phil, the last chance for 5 points. What does Shuri call the silent shoes she invents for Black Panther's suit?
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
Are they sneakers?
They are sneakers. Correct.
It was only the only pun that made sense.
That's a sneaky question.
That seemed too obvious, though.
Okay, Millie. In what relic is the time stone stored in during Doctor Strange and Avengers Infinity War?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's Doctor Patience? Doctor Strange's bling. But it's the eye of something. I'll pass.
Anyone else for that one?
I know it's the eye of something.
Alright, copycat.
That is the Eye of Agamotto.
I know something with A. I wouldn't have got that though.
Well done to everyone. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I do some adding up. Just bear in mind that I didn't write a tiebreaker question, so I hope none of you are drawn.
You'll have to think one up off the top of your head.
Welcome back. The points have been totted up. In third place, because of the unfortunate Bucky answer, is Millie with 8.5 points.
Oh.
I felt like you were winning too. I feel like you were doing the best.
In second place, with 15 points, the man who wouldn't risk it on the last round is Phil. Which means, Brad,
Can't
after
believe
narrowly
that.
losing last time, you are today's winner with
I'm
19 points.
Totally undeserved.
What?
But I'll...
Well done, mate.
I don't know how that happened.
You risked it twice in that final round. So.
He sneaked a victory.
I think everyone just looks nonplussed right now.
Thank you very much for joining us for our 50th episode. Hopefully many more to come.
Pleasure.
And that is just about that for the episode. Anyone got anything to plug while you're on here?
So I sell essential oils. They can fix everything. No.
Purple Stripe Wedding Films?
Yeah, if you get married, give me a text.
Give him a text. I'll put his number on his video.
We'll add his URL.
I feel like I need a SoundCloud or something.
We've got a SoundCloud. You might be listening to it now, actually. It's the Cynical Optimist podcast. You can also find us on YouTube and iTunes. There's also a Twitter page. I don't like doing this, Phil. Take over.
At Synop Podcast, where we'll post our witticisms through the week and any news stories that we cannot be asked to cover in the episodes. You've mentioned the YouTube. Our last Let's Play was Lego Harry Potter. We made it through 2 years before just kind of stopping. But it was a good, fun series. You should go check that out now. If If you want to follow me, I'm at haddowinc.
I'm at Mick Mortimer.
We mostly just retweet the podcast account at this point.
I'm at Man or Giraffe.
And I'm not on Twitter, but on Instagram I'm at Liz of Venison.
Give us all a follow.
Yay!
Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Toodaloo.